Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Thank you.
Millie.
Hello, Priya. How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, we are so excited to have you today. First of all, guys, for those who don't know me, my name is Millie Almodovar. I am a former senior beauty editor at Cosmopolitan magazine, and I'm currently a television beauty expert. I am so excited for today's live with you, Priya. You have no idea. So this is the amazing Feng Shui expert, Priya Sher. Priya, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Priya. I'm a Feng Shui expert and I'm based in London. I've been practicing Feng Shui now for around 20 years, and I've trained with one of the world's top masters of Feng Shui, Grandmaster Chan, whose Chui lineage goes all the way back to the Sung dynasty. And Billy, I'm really happy to be here today. So thank you to you, thank you to Dr. Rob, and thank you to Opulus Beauty for having me here today.
Yes, Dr. Rob, thank you so much for having us. For those who don't know, Dr. Rob was actually the creator of the Clarisonic, which is to me one of the most game-changing beauty appliances of all time. So, you know, this appliance here, this you have to know more about it. But first, we're going to start with activating the power of Feng Shui. Now, I want to ask you, Priya, tell us basically what Feng Shui is.
Okay, so feng shui, the words mean wind, water. All living beings need air and water. These are the fundamentals of life. The principles of feng shui maintain that we live in harmony with our environment, that we go with the flow. Its aim is to create balance and harmony in our living space and optimize our potential for success in all areas of our life. In effect, what feng shui really is, it's alchemy, because it's about transforming the energy of a space, about creating more balance and harmony in a space, making the space more positive, because any space that we spend time in, we absorb its energy. So if we're absorbing good energy, then that helps our energy, that makes our energy more positive. And when our energy is more positive, then we actually draw more good energy to ourselves. And when that happens, then we attract more opportunities to ourselves as well. And when we attract more opportunities, then we can excel in so many different areas of our life.
Oh, yeah, I'm so excited about this because the whole positive energy, I mean, this is what I'm about. This is what I'm about. So what actually drew you to it though?
So I got interested in feng shui quite early on in my life because my father was a property developer. So we moved around a lot. He would often make the homes that we lived in his projects. So I became so sensitive to the energy of spaces. And I just got really interested because I could see how different homes affected us in different ways. And that just really sort of sparked an interest in me. But it wasn't till around 20 years ago that I took it up professionally. And since I started, it's just been ongoing studying. So I started studying 20 years ago, and I'm actually still studying now because
Wow.
it's like a lifelong study.
Wow. Well, let's get into the questions, okay? What are tips that you can share to create more magic in your home or bathroom to enhance your evening ritual?
So I'm a really great advocate of evening rituals. I think evening rituals are so important because what an evening ritual does is it signals to our body that our body is ready for rest, it's ready for calming down, it's ready for relaxing. And with everything that's been going on in the world recently, there's been so much chaos, there's been
Yeah.
so much upheaval, everyone's lives have like turned upside down. There's been no routine, you know, like the way we worked before, we don't work like that. The way we lived before, we don't really live like that anymore. So what an evening ritual actually does is it grounds us, it relaxes us, it calms us down, it makes us feel safe, it makes us feel protected, it makes us feel like we're actually doing something good for ourselves. And I think that's something that's so important in this day and age. So the area that we usually do perform our evening ritual in is the bathroom.
Yeah.
So the energy of the bathroom really needs to be able to support that. So it's very important that the energy in the bathroom is nice and calm, nice and relaxing. So one of the first things you can do to create that kind of calm energy in the bathroom is with colors. So a really good color to introduce in the bathroom is like a pale green color.
Green.
because
Wow.
what a pale green color does is it really creates calm, and it's also a really refreshing color. As well as that, it reflects the element wood, and wood is one of the elements that we actually need more of in the bathroom. The other thing we can do is introduce plants in our bathroom, because what plants do is they give us our connection with nature, and that's really important for grounding us as well and for relaxing us as well. So plants are just really uplifting, and at the same time they're relaxing as well. The other thing that I usually do in the bathroom, like every evening, I light candles, because what candles do is they instantly calm us down and they relax us and they create like a really cozy vibe. So that's something that's really good to have in the bathroom in the evening as well. And the other thing that's quite important for the energy of the bathroom is that the taps, there shouldn't be any leaking taps, because water reflects wealth. And if you've got leaking taps, then what that means is that your money's draining away. So you really need to pay attention to the plumbing in the bathroom. And the other thing is
Mind blown.
ventilation. So windows are quite important because you want the air to always be fresh. So like throughout the day, just keep the window open a little bit to allow the air to circulate.
Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, I am taking notes, okay? So let's just go back to this. We have to keep the window open, no leaky taps, because we want money, and that's not going to give us money. Pale green, because that's calming, and then the plants, because that takes us back to nature, and then lighting the candles.
Yeah, exactly. And plants, some really good plants for the bathroom are like fern, peace lily is good for the bathroom, and also palm plants. They're really good as well for the bathroom because they're very good with moisture.
My mind right now, I'm so excited. This is I'm learning so much. Okay.
Thank
the
you.
Next question. Feng Shui is about optimizing balance and energy in your space. Can Feng Shui ideals be applied to skincare?
Yes, definitely, because when we look after our space looks after us. So Feng Shui is about creating balance and harmony in our space, giving love to our space. And when we do that, our space is able to look after us. When we look after our body looks after us. So when we feed our body with healthy, nutritious food, then we can work at our optimum. And the same thing applies to your skin as well. When you're feeding your skin with nourishing treatments, then your skin is looking its best, and then your skin glows, it radiates. And when your skin radiates, you actually draw more positive energy to yourself.
Wait, when your skin radiates, you actually draw more positive energy to your, really? Oh my gosh, okay. This is amazing. Okay, what are some ways to minimize clutter in your bathroom and enhance positive energy?
Okay, so clutter anywhere is an issue because clutter accumulates and then energy stagnates. And when energy stagnates, then energy can't flow. And when energy can't flow, then it's, it just gets stuck. So we really need to minimize on the amount of things we buy, because I see a lot of people's bathrooms because I do Feng Shui consultations all the time. And this is probably the one room that's overflowing with products. Sometimes people are buying like 6 types of creams for just one part of their body. And but that's the great thing about OPULUS Beauty. It's one and done. So you've just got this one treatment which takes care of everything really. And I have to be honest, I've been really enjoying including this in my evening ritual because I find it such a calming process, and I really feel like I'm doing my skin a lot of good because first of all it's completely fresh. So you've got your own little personal beauty lab and you're making it all fresh every evening. It takes seconds to make, but I really like taking my time applying it. So I will do like really sort of slow movements because I like to be mindful of what I'm doing. Like I like to think about the fact that I'm actually nourishing my skin by doing this. I'm actually giving myself time. And that's something that we really don't do enough of. I mean, so many people, we feel really guilty about spending time on ourselves. So I'm really quite good with that. I will give myself time to look after myself and to take care of myself, because if I take care of myself, then I can bring out the best in myself. And if I can bring out the best in myself, then not only am I good for myself, I'm good for all the people around me, and I'm good for my work as well. So it's really important to actually take care of yourself. The other thing we were talking about clutter is storage is really important. So to get good storage, so the things that you do want, you know, keep those, but otherwise just be very mindful of what you're buying, and don't just keep buying extra things that you're not going to use, because I can guarantee that we can check some of the products in our bathroom and they would have expired a while ago. And sometimes we open it up for a while and then we've not used it for a year and it's still lying there. So I think we really need to be mindful of what we're buying. We should really concentrate on quality rather than quantity.
Yes, I agree. I'm a single mother, and it is one of the best things about this, about the Opulus, is, you know, my son, he's always, you know, mommy, 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 you spend too much time in the bathroom. Like you said, it's one and done.
Yeah.
It's all fresh, active ingredients. So it's quick. It's perfect for the, you know, for the mom who doesn't have time for herself. It's quick. It's so effective. I mean, I can't even tell you how amazing my skin has been looking since using this for the past month.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's incredible. Okay, so I have a bit of a long question. At Opulus Beauty, we want to create a ritual for our customers and a new experience when it comes to your evening routine. What are some elements of the brand that you think can contribute to the overall Feng Shui?
So what I think the connection here, it's all about self-love, self-care, self-nourishment, self-nurturing, because what this brand is doing, it's allowing us to slow down, to ground ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to nourish our skin, you know, to take care of our skin. And I think that's something that's just so important in the world today. You know, it's to have this ritual, to have this routine, to have this grounding, to have something that we do every day, because like I said, everyone's routines have been thrown out the window. Absolutely. And to have this, to be able to look forward to this every evening, to know that this is going to be your own time to do this, I think that's like really very rewarding for us.
I agree. I agree. Now, do you currently have any tips for those who have the starter system?
So I have started using it just a few days ago.
Okay.
And like I said, I've really enjoyed including this in my nightly ritual. I find it such a relaxing process, and I get very excited about actually making it fresh every evening, and it just comes out so nice and warm. And then it just feels so good on the skin. And within, I'd say, about 15 minutes of me applying it, I can actually feel my skin getting really smooth.
Yeah.
But what I would say to people is take your time if you can. You know, if you've got the time, do make time for yourself, because when you're applying it, I think you need to really apply it slowly and just really enjoy the process, because that's been amazing for me. So because I don't like to rush things, I like to take my time and do things slowly. And this has it's just been a really nice process for me.
So any other thoughts on activating the power of Feng Shui before we take questions from the audience? And we've got a lot of questions.
Okay, so one of the things I would say is concentrate on your front door, because the front door is really important, because that is where opportunities enter from. So always take care of your front door. Make sure that it opens smoothly, because the amount of houses that I go into, when you open the front door, behind there'll be loads of shoes, there'll be loads of coats, etc. And you don't want that, because then your door can't open properly. And if your door can't open properly, then your opportunities are blocked. So always allow your door to open really smoothly. Make sure you've not got any rusty hinges. The paintwork is in good condition, because the front door is all to do with wealth and opportunities. the other area that's really quite important as well is the hall, because once you've entered your front door, you come into the hall, so the energy enters into the hall and then it circulates throughout your house. So it's really important to keep the hall nice and clear, to keep it nice and fresh, have some fresh flowers in the hall, some candles, a nice mirror to open up the space. So those two areas, I think, if you can get those right, then you've already got your opportunities, your wealth coming in. So that's, I think that's something that's quite important.
I would have never thought about the front door. I mean, you should see my front door right now. I have my sun shoes. I have like my jackets from like winter. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have to clear that out to let wealth and positivity come in.
And you won't believe the difference it will make. It will make such a big difference straight away.
Okay. Okay, so I want to start off with the questions because we have a lot here. Okay.
Okay.
Does each room have its own Bagua? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, which is the Feng Shui energy map, or is it the whole house or apartment you live in?
So each room will have it and the whole house will have it. So you'll have one for the whole house and then you can actually minimize it to each room. But it really depends on the size of the property, because if it's kind of a regular sized property, a regular sized apartment, you'd only be using that one Bagua. Now the thing is, the whole Bagua system is quite simplistic, because actually where that comes from is like the Yen Hong Flying Star, the Chi bar. And with that, you've got like 16 different variations of it. So, you know, I'm usually quite cautious to answer questions like that, but just to explain that there's so much more to it. It's a very detailed process, because there's about, like when I do a consultation, I probably do about 8 sets of different calculations just to get the energy in each room. So it's a very, very detailed process. But your question about the Bagua, yes, the Bagua would apply to the full house. And depending on what you're trying to achieve and depending on the size of the property, you can actually minimize it for each room as well.
Somebody, Deb's at home at 50. She's asking, I have a very narrow hallway. How do I create a good flow here?
Okay, so mirror is quite important. So if she can place a mirror on the wall, and also the colors, so to have lighter colors rather than dark colors. So like maybe like a beige or a white, depending on how narrow that hall really is. So lighter colors work much better because they expand the space, make the space look bigger. Also, lighting is quite important as well. So to have good lighting there as well.
I am taking notes. The mirror, the lighter color makes the space look bigger. This is unbelievable to me. I just moved into a new apartment and I'm like, I'm going to apply all this to my house because my mind is blown. Okay. The next question is, I have heard placing the bed in the middle of the room is most balanced. Is that true?
Okay, so I hope this person isn't placing the bed bang in the middle of the room, because you always need a wall behind you. So the head of the bed needs a wall. So if the room is quite big, then you can have it more central, the bed, but always have a solid wall behind you. If the room is more on the smaller side, then have the bed almost diagonally opposite the bedroom door, but always with a solid wall behind you, because what solid wall does is it offers you protection, it gives you stability, makes you feel safe. So a solid wall is really important. Also a headboard is important as well. Again, it's the same thing, offering you stability and keeping you safe.
So a solid wall offers me protection and a headboard. That is so interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have one more question. I am a working mom, and it is hard to not only find time for myself, but even a space in the house where I can have some alone time. Any tips or rituals on how to create a sacred space with limited time and space?
Yes. So first of all, this mum will need to wait till her kids have gone to sleep, because you can't do anything with the kids when they're awake. So she's going to have to wait till they go to sleep. And then she needs to get all the stuff ready. So for a sacred space, so sacred space is a space that you create to refresh, renew, rebalance, realign your energy, recharge your energy. And you can actually create this space anywhere in the home. So she needs to find a place where she can actually be alone. And then it's all about bringing your senses to life, all of, you know, being really aware of all of your senses. So think about texture. So you want nice, soft textures. So nice, soft cushions, throws, and like rugs, you know, just everything which is quite soft. And then plants, because plants bring in the wood element, candles bring in the fire element, and then creating like a cozy vibe. You can have like lamps or lanterns there as well. And once she's created that space, it's depending on what she wants to do. So if she wants to have, for example, more clarity, then there's certain directions you can face to actually catch that energy. So if she faces, for example, the northwest, because I'm thinking if she's, you know, she's working, she's got young children, clarity is something that she'll be looking for, you know. So if she faces the northwest, then she'll be able to catch that energy. She can face the northwest, and she can be reading as well. So she can be doing anything but facing that direction and keeping herself cozy, warm, you know, feeling safe and feeling like, you know, she's sort of recharging herself. So that's what I would do.
I have a question. This is my own personal question.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do not believe anyone should have in their home to create, you know, Feng Shui?
I think one of the big problems a lot of people have is too much clutter. Because if you've got too much clutter, then any amount of Feng Shui becomes hard work. Because if the energy can't flow, because Feng Shui is all about the flow of energy, the energy, allowing the energy to flow smoothly so that it can nourish the property and nourish the occupants in it. If you've got so much clutter, then you can't, you know, you can't benefit from good Feng Shui. So that's the first thing I would do, is get rid of all the clutter. And then after that, start working on the Feng Shui of the property.
So I'm gonna take one more question, Priya, because everyone is obsessed with you. We're hearing this is fascinating. I mean, I'm obsessed with you now. Like, this is amazing. Do you offer virtual consultations? Because I'm in New York, and I know you're in London. So do you do anything virtual?
Virtual is a little bit more difficult, but I do travel. So once travel opens up, I'll probably be coming there.
Oh, great. Yay. We'll do drinks too. Okay. And here's one, I'm going to take this last question, and then we have to sign off. Guys, this is so great, but this is from Delta 9000. Any advice for art painting ideas for a living room that's in a prosperity area?
Water. So paintings of calm flowing water, they will add to prosperity.
So paintings of water, or just?
Yeah, just calm flowing water. So like of a lake, or you could even have some artwork in dark blue, because that would signify water as well.
My sofa's dark blue. Does that count?
Yeah, that's water as well.
Yay! Okay, this was absolutely fascinating.
Thank you so much.
My mind is just blown. So a few things is, everyone, the starter kit right now is available on OPULUS Beauty Labs. So please, I would highly, highly recommend this. I mean, I have been using it for the last month. And let me tell you, I'm a former senior beauty editor and of Cosmopolitan magazine. I am also a TV beauty expert. And I'm not saying that to like toot my own horn. I'm telling you that I get hundreds and hundreds of things sent to me. And this is just so impressive. I mean, the retinol is unlike anything you've ever tried before. There's nothing like this on the market. You feel like your own little scientist, because you have to basically, you know, put it together, and then it applies so warm, and I don't know, it just, I love
it. I've had such a good experience with it, because I was really nervous about retinol before this. Actually, I'd never used retinol before, but this has just been amazing, and my skin just feels so smooth, and it feels like, I feel like I'm really treating my skin very well by using this. So thank you to the genius that is Dr. Rob for introducing us to this.
Yes, and Dr. Rob is also the creator, again, of probably the most game-changing beauty appliance of all time, which was the Clarisonic. So this, I mean,
I think this is going to be matching that.
Yeah, I believe it will too. I do believe it will as well. So guys, if you want yours, you know, please go, you can go to the OPULUS Beauty Lab link, and they have the starter kit available at a special price. But once, you know, the time is up, it's up, and then you have to pay more. So I'd highly recommend getting it now. Believe me, you will love it. So thanks everyone. Thanks for joining us. I had such a great time with you, Priya.
Thank you. I've had a great time too. Thank you so much, Millie.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us, and join us, I believe, next week, because we're going to have another one.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll be joining you again next week to watch.
Yay!
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.